Welcome back into WDHN Daytime. And now today we're talking about, a very serious and a very special topic for some pretty special awareness today. And that's about postpartum depression. And it affects many women and many new mothers all around. Now, the CDC says in one report, 1 in 8 women have symptoms of postpartum depression. And many women do, go through this type of seriousness after becoming new mothers. And now you guys are with, Southeast Health, Stephanie and Sydney, and I really want to thank you guys for coming on today to talk more about this and that what you guys really do at Southeast Health to really bring awareness and also resources for women who do go through postpartum depression. And now my first question for you guys is, for those who don't know what postpartum depression is, what is postpartum depression and, what could cause it?
So postpartum depression is a serious maternal mental health illness. It does affect the brain and your physical well-being and your behavior. So it's very important that moms that have delivered know what these triggers are to help them better deal with it. Hormones are a big issue. So all women know that you have hormone levels. Well, within the first 24 hours after your delivery, those hormone levels drop. That's your mood stabilizers, your progesterone, estrogen, and your endorphins. Well, when those drop, you're at serious risk of postpartum depression. Also a history of depression, history of postpartum depression, you're at risk. Family dynamics, which is a big issue. If you don't have anybody to help you when you're at home, take care of you and your baby, you are at great risk. Also, lastly, a difficult birth. You could have a C-section or your baby be admitted to NICU. We want to watch those mamas also.
And now, what are some symptoms that maybe new mothers can look for who may not even know that they have postpartum depression?
So postpartum depression, any mom can have that. It's not isolated to anybody. The first 2 weeks, we kind of call that the baby blues. After 2 weeks, if you're presenting with insomnia, you're feeling like you're hopeless, worthless, having a hard time functioning in daily activities, you are probably at risk for postpartum depression, especially if you're snappy and moody. So definitely need to contact your OBGYN or a nurse practitioner and let them know.
And now for women to help really, get through their postpartum depression, maybe peer groups and maybe even therapy, how can those type of resources help new mothers?
So the peer groups and the talk therapy, it came about in the 90s after a psychiatrist. He conducted lots of research with women who had postpartum depression. And so he found that a lot of women responded favorably to the peer groups and the talk therapy, and they didn't want just to necessarily be medicated, they wanted other alternatives. So the outcomes were so good, talk therapy became a gold standard of treatment for women who have postpartum depression. So we wanted to bring that resource to the Wiregrass area. So we have our meetings at Circle East Rehab. It's right off the circle, right next to Southern Bone and Joint. It's at 6 p.m. every second Thursday of each month. You don't have to have you don't have to be a Southeast Health patient, and you can just show up as you are. It's very laid back. We usually have snacks.
Nice.
A good time.
Yeah, just pretty relaxed, no pressure, pretty much no pressure at all. And now, what are some interventions for egg diagnosis in a postpartum mother?
So the first thing that's very important is to reach out to your OB or your nurse practitioner. Together, y'all can come up with a treatment intervention plan. It might include medication or a referral to a psychiatrist or PT. The second intervention would be talk therapy, so to look out, because it is a gold standard of treatment, to look out for your local peer groups. Third, that's important to me as a physical therapist, exercise. So physical activity has shown to be very beneficial to improving the mental and physical well-being of really everybody, but especially in women who have postpartum depression. Stephanie mentioned the endorphins and the hormones. So those are released when you do physical activity and exercise. Even 5 minutes a day, research has shown just walking your baby in a stroller has shown to impact PPD.
Yeah.
And breastfeeding is another intervention. It releases oxytocin, which is the bonding hormone with your baby. So all of those things are very good interventions.
And now with Southeast Health, I feel like you guys have many resources, that do help mothers who are suffering from postpartum depression. Like on top of, the therapy and the peer groups you guys do you guys have any other resources that mothers may want to go to, maybe on your website perhaps, to go to for that extra help?
If they deliver with us along with their discharge paperwork, we do like to put in their information on postpartum depression, so they have that as their baseline. When they take their babies to their pediatrician appointment, pediatricians are also aware and have them do a screen, which is an Edinburgh screen for postpartum depression, where they can tell us what's going on with them. They'll answer a list of 10 questions. So pretty much we want to get the word out so they know that we do have a meeting now in the community, open to anybody. We are like a big Girl Scout group, kumbaya, we come together, we talk, laugh, hug. It's moms helping moms, and they're telling us that it's really helping them cope.
Yes.
And that's exactly what it's all about, no pressure, just to really relax and really, talk one-on-one with people, really understand what they're going through in tough situations like that. This affects, many, many women, and just so they know, there's resources out there like Southeast Health offering those resources for you guys out there.
And I'm glad you just said that, because there are 4 million live births nationally. 600,000 of those have been diagnosed with postpartum depression.
Yeah.
So it is a really huge percentage, is why we wanted to come up with an outlet for talk therapy for women to come together.
And I think that's perfect. That is perfect, because the best thing to do is just really talk about it. And that's exactly what you guys are doing with your peer groups, and it's a really great thing. And if you guys want to know more about this, you guys can go onto Southeast Health's website.
Make us cry.
No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You can tell it's very passionate for us.
And I love that. And I love that. You guys are the perfect people to really lead these peer groups, and talk to people like you guys. And there's help always out there. And you can check on our YouTube channel after this to watch more about this interview.